Hello there, this is Steven from Hayward Modelers, and today's training is going to start right now. It's 11 o'clock Standard Eastern Time, so let's get right into it. So today's training is going to go over some common mistakes you could be making on your website. Now, I review a lot of websites, talk to a lot of kitchen and bath and countertop companies, and I do see a lot of the same mistakes over and over. So I thought it would be a good idea to put together a training, go over them. After the training, I'll send you the list of the ones I'm going to go over, and then you could kind of see if you're making those yourself. So we'll go over the mistakes, then I'm going to jump into a live site, review how to fix them. And if you're interested in booking a strategy session, I'll show you how to do that. And then if you have any questions, I can answer your questions. So if for any reason you don't hear me, well, I guess if you don't hear me, you're not going to type in the chat box, but you could type in the chat box if you have any questions at any time. I'll usually get to them in the end, but sometimes I'll look at them while I'm going over the training. So a little bit about myself. I'm the owner of Hayward Modelers, and I've been doing this for a long time, over 10 years. I've been working with local businesses, helping them with Google, Facebook, anything online. And then a couple of years ago, I really just started to focus on kitchen and bath remodelers and countertop companies. My father owned a countertop company in the 80s and 90s. So, I have experience working with him. I come from a lot of, my grandfather was a carpenter. So I kind of come from the carpenter. I have that in my background. And I'm pretty good with my hands. I like to do this stuff myself. So I really enjoy the market, and, I know online marketing. So that's kind of why I'm do that just for them. My wife is Lisa, and I have two kids, Mason and Lola. Mason's in school right now. We all work from home for my company, but Lola gets home soon, so you could hear her in the background at some point. So let's jump into these common mistakes that I see over and over. So the first one, I'm just going to run down the list real quick, and then we'll jump into a live site. It's a little bit easier when you actually see and I can demonstrate these mistakes rather than just talking about them. But let's run down the list real quick. So a poor about us page, I see that often. Incorrect NAP, probably doesn't make sense, but I'm going to explain that. No services pages, no blog, no HTTPS. This is very important. Thin content, I see this all the time. No project pictures or use of stock images. Phone number not in the top right. That's very important. You want that phone number right in the top right. No CTAs, and that's call to actions. Not mobile friendly. This probably should get moved to the front because it's the most important thing on this whole list. A slow site, and external links opening outside of the site. Now, again, I just wanted to go through those quickly because I think it's a little bit easier if I just demonstrate and show you them on a live site. So let's jump in to a site. Now this is completely random. I just put in kitchen remodel San Antonio right before this training, went down, and I picked this site right here. I do not know, I don't know this business. I'm not affiliated with them, but I just wanted a completely random site that I could just go over. It doesn't really matter what the site is. I can explain these issues on any site, but I thought this was a good idea. So let's jump into here. Now I also have a little notepad file. For some reason, I love using Notepad. I'm a Windows user. And all those mistakes are right here. So these are the exact ones I just talked about. So we'll just go down each one. So the first one right here, poor about us page. Now, believe it or not, when someone visits your website, they're going to look at your projects. They're going to go to your homepage. They're going to look at that. But one of the top pages that are visited from a website visitor is your about page. Because most people, want to do business with other people, you know, especially a kitchen, a bath, a countertop. You know, it's an investment. We all love our kitchens. We spend probably the most time in a kitchen. So they want to connect with the business owner, the team, the manager. You know, they want to connect with that company on a different level rather than just, you know, just knowing just about the company. So let's look at their about page here. So I'm seeing a decent amount of text, which is good. Seeing a little bit of information about the owner, very good also. What I would recommend here is add some pictures. Add a picture of yourself. If you don't want to add a picture of yourself, maybe of your showroom, of your building, of your truck, of your crew. You know, that would be awesome to have a picture of your team on here, some of your employees, a description about them. But I do see some information about the owner, so that's good. I like that. Something else that stands out here is, you know, I'm reading down this page. Say I'm a website visitor, reading down here. I get to the bottom. Now what? You want a call to action down here. So this right here, call for a consultation. For a consultation call, it says here's the number. You know, add that down here. It doesn't have to be that button necessarily. It could just be in a line of text. You know. To book a free consultation, call us at blah, blah, blah. You know, you always want those call to actions at the bottom of a page, because that's really the next step. You know, when you think about what's the next step when someone's on this page, yeah, maybe they go look at your projects or another page. But at the end of the day, you want them to call you. You want a lead for your business. So always include that at the end. But this page isn't bad. I would, you know, again, include some pictures. And if you can, include some more information about the employees. I didn't read everything right here, but you know, you want a story. You know, how did you start? How long have you been in business? Is it been passed down from generations? You know, story is really what connects with people. So let's jump to the next one. Incorrect NAP. Now a NAP is your name, your address, and your phone number. So if I look down here, I see Clear Choice, interior design, and then I see their address. So let's grab this. I'm going to put that in this right here. And I'll show you how I'm doing this. So now what you want to do is grab your name and address and then put it into Google. And I don't recommend you doing it as this training's going on. I'm going to send you the recording. So kind of watch what I'm doing. It should only take about 25 minutes, this training, 30 minutes. And then, you know, you could watch it over and over and go through these steps yourself. So right here is Google My Business. This is a Google My Business profile. Now, the NAP, again, is name, address, and phone number. Now, the reason this is important is because Google wants to see consistency. So they want to see the same name, address, and phone number on your Google My Business profile as it is on your website. They want to see the same profile, name, address, and phone number on your Yelp page, on your Facebook page, on your house page. All of those pages should be identical. So if we look at this business, Clear Choice Interior Design, it says Clear Choice Remodeling. So I would, you know, depending on which way it is, that needs to be fixed. Again, it needs to be identical down to the exact same spelling. Everything needs to be identical. Now, if you look at the address, 5139, that looks good. And loop 16. So I could see some inconsistencies here. The N with a period, believe it or not, that isn't consistent. Google displays it as N. So what I would do is fix that on the website, because what you're going to do is you're going to try to fix this Google My Business profile. You might put north, you might put a period, and then like a day later, Google's just going to revert back to whatever they want to show it as. And unfortunately, that's what you have to go with. So take that period out, loop, that looks good. 1604 looks good. In the profile, it says W. On their website, it says West. Again, doesn't seem like a big deal, but it needs to be consistent. You could try to put the West in here. It's probably going to change it back, but you would want to change like that on your website. Now, this has a suite number on their website, and it doesn't here. So you want to change that also. San Antonio, Texas, and then I didn't grab the phone number. It's 0259 is the last. Yeah, it looks consistent. So again, for this company, the name's a little bit off. I would recommend they fix that. And then the address is a little bit off. And again, doesn't sound like a big deal that there's a period right here or that this says W instead of West, but it is. They want this to be consistent. Now, you fix Google My Business and your website first. Get those identical, get those perfect, then go down the list. You could simply go down here, Yelp, fix that. What else we got? House, fix that. Go to your Facebook page. Go to any profile that you have online and fix it. Some of them, like Yelp, sometimes displays addresses the way they want. Google and your website are at the top. Then everything else is underneath. If Yelp isn't going to display it exactly the way that's displayed here and your website, it's okay. It should be 100% across the board. But again, Google My Business and your website is the most important. Then fix all these. If there's a little bit of, maybe Yelp only displays West. If that's the case, then just leave it as is. It's okay. So that is that. Let's jump into the next one. No services pages. So I see this often. So let's see. So let's go back to this website. And I see our work. That's good. Kitchens, bathroom. Now you want a page for each of these because what Google does is they look at your website, they crawl through your content. And by content, I mean mostly words. They can look at pictures. I'm not going to go into that because it's a little bit more technical. They can look at pictures in a certain way, but they mostly look at words. So right here, you could see, let's go to the kitchen page. So you should have a page for each of your parts of your business. So if you're a kitchen and bath, kitchen remodel, bathroom remodel, kitchen design. If you offer countertops, kitchen cabinets. If you're a countertop company, granite, quartz, marble, page for each of those. Now you can see there's something's going on with this website. I don't know why that's up there, but there's a little bit of text on here. Not bad, but ideally you want 300 to 400 words. I mean, at a minimum 300 words. If you could get to 400, 500, 600 words, that's great. There's a couple things though. You don't want to just stuff words in there. You don't want to just throw paragraphs in there. It should make sense. It should be completely unique on each page, and it should help the website visitor understand more about your business. But Google is going to look at these words, and then they're going to rank you on the search engine according to that. It's not the only thing, but that's one of the things. So right here, I would definitely beef up these words. I like all the pictures on here. This is great. So you can go here, you get some pictures. Again, if you could put some details about each project, that's good. And you don't have to do all of this right away. A couple of things a month. Add a few pages to your website this month. Next month, fix your nap. The month after that, do something else. So do a little bit at a time. But for this business, I would definitely beef up the word count here. Again, 300 minimum. Try to get to 400 or 500. And then make sure each page, bathroom remodel, kitchen remodel, remodeling, interior design. So this is good. They do have it broken out to each page. You don't want, sometimes I see a company with, all of these on one page. It's not bad, but it's better to have these broken out onto their own additional pages, because when Google's looking at it, they're not going to try to, if it's all on one page, they might say, oh, is this a kitchen remodel page or a bathroom one? If it's a kitchen remodel page and that's only, they know that's what it's about. And when someone types in kitchen remodel, your city name, it's more likely to show up. So that is that. Let's go to the next one. No blog. This I see often. A lot of people don't have a blog. I do see it in the news. So this looks like a blog, but it's pretty, it's 2013, 2016. So this does look like a blog, but it's pretty, there hasn't been any content on here in a while. So you want a blog for your website. all unique content. Don't copy and paste from other websites. Don't just put stuff out there just to put it out there. All unique content. Now, if you're a countertop or a kitchen and bath remodeler, you got dozens of things that you could write about. It doesn't just have to be about kitchen and baths and countertops. It could be home improvement tips, maybe energy efficient appliances, ways to save on energy even. Could be some stuff about that. It could be, you have all your countertop, different types of countertop, different types of hardware, different types of wood for kitchen cabinets. I mean, there's endless amounts of articles. So what you want to do is get a blog on your site and then consistently, don't just do it like once and then not for the rest of the year. Consistently 2 to 3 blog posts a month. 1 is okay. I mean, I'd like to see more than 1, but 2 is better. 3 is really good. 4 is very good. You don't need to do really much more than like 3 to 4. I'd say if you could do consistently 2 to 3, try to make them about 400 to 500 words. Again, 300 words minimum, but try to shoot for that 400 to 500 words, 2 to 3 consistently. If you do that for a year, it's a long time and it is a lot of work, you're going to see better results in the search engines. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but I really, really think that you will see a big increase in traffic to your website because that's what we do for our clients. We'll hop up with backlinks and things like that, but it's mostly very good blog content. So again, get that blog going, 2 to 3 posts a month, do it consistently. Just keep doing it month after month. You're not going to shoot to the top right away. That's just not how it works. It's going to take some time, but just keep doing it consistently and you will see an increase in traffic and you'll see better results. At the end of the day, you're going to get more traffic to your website. More people are going to call your business. They're going to go down to your showroom. They're going to submit a form on your site. You're going to get more leads and you're going to get more jobs. All right, the next one, no HTTPS. So HTTPS is, when I click on this, you could see right here, HTTPS. This is a big one. Google I shouldn't say recently, maybe about a year, or it could even be 2 years ago. But within the last couple of years, they want all websites to be secure. It should have this little lock. You used to have to pay for this, but a lot of times now, your web host will actually, they will include a free SSL certificate. So if that's what you're looking for, an SSL certificate, they'll probably even help you set it up. So definitely ask your web host. It should be, most web hosts now, it's just a couple of clicks. They'll kind of run you through it and they'll help you get it set up. So it's definitely something that you want. You want that little lock and you really want the HTTPS. So no matter what page I go on this site, it will have that HTTPS. And it just means the site's secure. So Google sees your site is secure. They're more likely to show it in the search engines. And this is kind of the common thing about all, sorry, I'm losing my voice here. I just have to take a sip of water. This is the common thing about all of these tips is you do this, Google's more likely to show you in the search engine. You have a blog, you do that consistently, Google's more likely to show you. You fix your NAP, Google's more likely to show you. And if you could kind of see a trend here, they basically want your website to be rock solid. Needs to be secure, needs to have good content, needs to be consistent, needs to have good pages. So, it's kind of all in the same thing. It should be a very good user experience when someone goes there and visits, and that's all of this combined. So again, to get to the front of Google, there's no shortcut. I mean, you can run Google Ads, of course, and that is the shortcut. But if you're looking to get those organic rankings, you got to do this stuff. All right, so the next one, thin content. I kind of talked about this one. So if we go to their About page, this is a nice page. I do have a word counter here. Let's see. It's going to pop up on my other screen. So there's 300. I can't drag that in there. I have a word counter that will count the words on a page. There's 389 words on this page. Pretty good. Ideally, you want to go through each page again, you want to hit that minimum 300 if you can. Try to shoot for 400 to 500. Sorry about that. I'm really losing my voice. So it's sometimes hard because kitchen and bath and countertop companies, it's more of a visual thing rather than words. But like, here's their homepage. Decent amount of words on here. I mean, this is definitely under 300. Let me check real quick here. 314. So not bad. So, you know, again, it's tough because it is a visual industry. People want to see pictures of what you have done, projects, and all of that. But you got to try to get some words on there because that is what Google is going to look at. They're going to crawl this and look to see, oh, look, these guys have granite countertops. All right, let's, you know, maybe rank them for that term. Again, doesn't happen exactly like that, but it's something like that. So without those words, it's tough to do. Again, you can do it with pictures, but they want to see content. So you got to get that word count up. So again, go through all your pages. I'll include that tool that I just used. Let me just make a note. It's a nice free little Google extension where you can highlight. You go to word counter and it'll tell you how many words are on a page. So let's go to the next one. No project pictures or use of stock images. Now this company, Our Work, they have some great pictures. So I love this. You know, you go to their kitchen page, they have pictures of all of their work, look very professional. It's good to have these professional pictures. You could take very good pictures with a newer iPhone or Android. So, you know, yes, maybe you want to get the photographer in there, but don't let that hold you back. You could take a picture that looks just as good with your iPhone. So, you know, and people kind of like that rawness. You know, these pictures do look nice. They look very professional, but even that rawness, it's nice because it's exactly what it looks like. You know, maybe shoot a little bit of a video, even explain the project. You know, anything that looks more raw usually works better. So you do want these professional pictures on your site, but don't let the raw ones hold you back if you just have an iPhone or an Android or whatever it is. So again, they're doing a pretty good job. They have their kitchens, they have their baths, remodeling projects, interior design. So very nice. Again, this is a very visual industry. People want to see your work. I mean, I'm not going to say that's all that they care about, but it's up there. I mean, they want to see what you've done and what you can do for them. They do want to read your about page. They do, you know, want to learn about your business, but at the end of the day, they want to see what you've done for other people. So, and don't use stock images. I mean, if you don't have any pictures just yet for your website or for any of your social media profiles, again, just go out with your iPhone on your next job, take some pictures. You know, that you could take decent pictures with phones these days. So I actually basically use my phone as my camera. I do have a camera, but I barely use it anymore. All right, the next one, phone number not in the top right. This I see often. And this, you wouldn't think it's a big deal, but it actually is. So when someone goes to your website, they'll probably land on your homepage. Believe it or not, I know this sounds crazy, some people will not scroll down. Sounds very odd, but it's called below the fold. People won't see anything that's below down here. They're not going to scroll. So, and plus, I land here, I'm kind of reading, my eyes will just naturally go to the right-hand side of the screen. You want that phone number here. So they're doing a pretty good job. I do see their phone number. I would probably make it stand out a little bit more. Make sure it's clickable. You know, make sure on a mobile device they can click on that phone number. And again, it's up there, so that's good. But if it could stand out a little bit more, it's even better. All right, let's go to the next one here. No call to action. So I kind of talked about this one on the About page. So when you go here, you want that call to action basically at the bottom of every page, because if someone's going through it, it's good to have it at the bottom and then kind of like how they have it over here on the side, because they might not read the whole page, but they still see that. But the call to action down here, let's look at their home page. Call to action, phone number top right. A lot of websites will have like a consultation, book a consultation button here. I love that. That's great. Down here, again, not really seeing a call to action. So, maybe put one over here. Definitely we'll put one at the bottom someplace. So, you don't want to stuff them into your website, but you want those call to actions, because again, at the end of the day, you want more consultations, you want more jobs, you want more customers. If you don't want that, then you don't need to listen to any of this advice. But if you do, you want those call to actions throughout your website. So again, make them look nice, but get them in there. Like I even see this, calling us at blah, blah, blah. That's good. But they could actually make this whole line in like a bold font. It would just stand out a little bit more. I didn't even see that till I really, it just kind of popped up. So you want that to stand out just a little bit more, your call to actions, than anything around it. Not mobile friendly. This is a biggie. Again, this should be at the front of my list. So let's do this. I'm going to do iPhone. So it looks like this site is mobile friendly, so that's good. Again, when it does shrink down to a mobile device, though, I lose that phone number. And when you think about it, it's the most important place to have that phone number, right in front of a website visitor, because it's so easy just to tap and call a business. I just did it today, actually. I was looking for a business. I Googled them on my phone, and I tap and I called them, So you want that phone number. Now, they do have it here, but again, it doesn't stand out as much. I can easily scroll by that. I would never see it. So, I mean, they have the phone number down here, but again, it doesn't stand out. So get that phone number, get your call to actions. Make sure on a mobile device, they are very easy for someone to click, call you, or click and submit a form. Now, if your site is not mobile friendly, you should, let me do this here, get rid of here. If your site isn't mobile friendly, you should stop everything if you're doing marketing, no matter what you're doing in your business right now, and find someone. We can help if you need a new website, but find someone, make your site mobile friendly, or just get a new website. Websites aren't that much these days. You could get a decent website for around $1,500. And I'm not saying that's not a lot of money, but when you think about it, that website, $1,500, say you could get a nice website, that will last you for, if you get a nice design, it could last you for 5, 6, 7 years, So it's not a huge investment up front. Yeah, it's a little bit of an investment, but over time, it's more important than the business card. It's more important than really anything else in your business. You need a good website. So if it's not mobile friendly, like I said, stop what you're doing, find someone, make your website mobile friendly. Whatever you have to do, make that site mobile friendly, because a lot of your traffic is going to be on a mobile device. And it's the end of 2019, as we get into 2020 and years to come, voice search is getting very popular. Everyone's on their mobile phone. I mean, you go out to a restaurant, which I don't like to see people sitting on their mobile phone, because I don't like that, but it's just what it is. People are on their mobile devices. So, all right, slow site. So this one, I post about this often on my on our Instagram page. So if you go to, and I'll include this when I send out the replay, but go to this site, get your website. I'm going to take just this random example that we have, pop it in, pick a area, depending what country you're in, just pick your country, start the test. Now this is going to test how fast your site loads. Google wants to see a fast site. Ideally, it should be under 3 seconds. Now, if it's not, it's tough to fix on your own if you're not skilled in web design. So you if it's, let's check out this one, 3, 4. So they're kind of getting up there. 5 seconds. So again, it's a little bit slower than what, ideally I like 3 seconds and below. But what I would do, this tool's not 100%. What you do is run this tool. Let me pick another location, like 2 to 3 times, then take the average. Yeah, see, it's in the queue, so it's not going to be, it's not going to test it right away. But you would put your site in there, run it 3 times. If it's 4 seconds, 10 seconds, 1 second, just take the average of it. Oh, here you go, it's running already. And then use that, But again, let's see what it is here. You really want to shoot for 3 seconds or below. So now it's 3.62. So I would probably run it a couple more times, pick a couple of different locations, and then take the average. And if it's not 3 or below, then you want to, there's different things that you can do. I mean, the tool will tell you what you can do, but a lot of this, is technical, so it's tough to really figure out on your own unless you, have a web design background. But you could, if there's pictures on your site, you can minimize them so the file size isn't that big. That usually helps. Like these videos, these might take up, these actually probably don't take up that much. It's YouTube. This right here, if this is a graphic, you could probably make this file size a little bit smaller. So again, I'm not going to get into all of what you can do, but you usually can knock off a couple of seconds with some tweaks, but it is a little bit more technical. So definitely use the tool, run it, see what your load time is, and try to get it below 3 seconds. All right, external links open outside of the site. So this is an interesting one. So like down here, they have everyone has their social media icons and links on their site. I see some Angie's List, some house. You want these links to open in another tab. So let's see. I'm going to click on the Facebook one, opens in another tab. It says page isn't found, which isn't good, but it does open in another tab. So that's good. And the reason is you don't want someone leaving your site. You don't want someone clicking on one of these and then it goes to that page in this tab and then they're off your site, because you want them on your site because you want that conversion into a lead, a consultation, a job. So you really want them to stay on your website. So make sure all these open up, even like these, house, Angie's List. See, now their house link opens up in the same window. Again, I would make these, and this is a pretty simple edit for your web designer, or if you kind of know what you're doing. It's just a little piece of code you got to put in each link, and it will open in a separate window. So for this company, I would recommend, doing that and having all of these. Let's see, Angie's List. Yeah, have all of them open in a separate window, because as you can see here, it takes me to here, and there's nothing going on. So now someone closes this out, and then that's it. They're off your site, they're off your Angie's List listing, and they're gone. So at least if they open up like, one of these links, they click off of it, your website's still there. They can still go to it. So, so that's it. So let's see what else we got here. So that is it. Let's jump back into, now again, like I said earlier, you're not going to fix, these are a lot of edits. You're not going to fix them all in one day. Do it over a couple of months. It doesn't have to happen, immediately. Some of the things that are important, they're all important, but the about page, that might be an easy fix. You might be able to whip up a nice about page, put some pictures in there, put a call to action in there. Start fixing your NAP. Do Google My Business and your website. Add some service pages over time. You don't have to do them all right away. Get that blog going. Even if you do one post a month, that's okay. Call your host. Get that HTTPS fixed. Thin content. You want to, pick maybe a couple pages you're going to do this month, a couple of pages next month. You do want those project pictures, so that is, important. All of these are important, but, start, if you don't have any, go out there with your iPhone, Android, start taking some pictures. Phone number in the top right. Again, you might need someone to help you with that. Call to actions. It's also something you might need some help with. not mobile friendly. Hopefully you're mobile friendly. Most sites are these days, but if you're not, find someone immediately. If you do need help with your website, let us know. We can help. Slow site, again, you know, you're going to have to find someone to help you with that because it's not the easiest to fix those. And the external links opening outside of the site, if someone's helping you with the phone number, the call to actions, they could help you with these external links. It's actually pretty easy to do. So again, take your time, get these done. Maybe put a timeline on it. Maybe 6 months. You could get through all these. 3 months. You could get through all of them, and just get them done. So if you want to book a strategy session, just go to heyremodelers.com/call. We can help you with all of this. We help kitchen and bathroom modelers and countertop companies. I'll basically jump on a call, review your website and your business just like this. I'll dive a little bit deeper into your social media profiles and some other stuff. But, I'll explain what we do. And if we're a good fit, then that's great. And if not, that's okay too. We're not a good fit for everyone. So go to heyremodelers.com and then you'll see if you pull up my site, I'll show you call to actions because I kind of have them all over the place. But if you go here, free strategy session, phone number sticks to the bottom, book a call. I have them all over the place. So again, you don't have to be as in your face like I have them with your own business, but you could get a good idea of the way I do it. See my about page. I got to add my picture. But we actually just changed this and we got to change it again. But the book a call, bam, right at the bottom. So, you can go to my website to kind of see an example of call to actions. They're literally all over the page. Let's see what else we got going here. So if you have any questions, just type it in the chat box. I do see a question. Let's see here. So I see a question. And sorry about that. I was just trying to get to it. So this question is, they want me to explain just a little bit more on the site speed. So yeah, so what you want to do is, I'm going to give you this link to this free tool. This isn't my tool. This is just a free tool out there. And what you're going to do is take this tool, put your website in here, pick a location in your country, start test. Do that one time. Then do it 2 more times. If you're in the US, pick this location. Then for the 3rd time, go back to this one. Try to pick a couple of different locations. Then just take the average of that, and the average should be 3 seconds or less. That's what you want. And it's going to show you, and I don't have it up right now, but it's going to show you, let's see, it's still not there, what the errors are. Oh, here you go. It's going to show you all these errors. And if you have the technical skill to fix them, that's great. If you don't, you are going to have to, go to your web developer if you have one, or your team, your web team, or contact one if you don't have one. And you're going to have to fix some of these in order to make that site faster. And really your goal is to shoot for 3 seconds or less. That's the goal. So, go for that. This is a great free tool. You can use it as many times as you want. And yeah, I highly recommend it. So, all right, great. So I don't see any other questions. Hold on, let me just, it looked like the chat was, okay, there you go. All right, so you know what? I'm going to send this training out. It usually takes a little bit to process, but I'll send the training out. I'm going to send out this checklist because this is the exact checklist I went through. I'll send out, let me just do it right now while we're here. I'm going to put this in there. That free tool to check your word count, I'll include that in there. And then if you have any questions, let me know. I love talking about this stuff. I do it, this is just what I do all the time. I help companies. I do these trainings. So I really do love marketing and and could definitely help your business and give you some good advice. So again, if you have any questions, you can email me directly, steve@heyremodelers.com. If you want to book a strategy session, go to heyremodelers.com. There's call to actions everywhere. You'll find one. And that's it. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you all soon.